We have some major updates of mixed martial arts, starting with the news. Lots of fans have changed their view of Colby Covington after the new footage. It's rare to see moments where Covington receives praise from the MMA community. Most of you probably know that during the UFC Tampa event, Colby's fight was stopped by the doctor, and he ended up losing, yet he still faced a backlash from many MMA fans. But recently, during a recent New Year's stream, Colby helped those in need and some fans toned down their hate for him. Take a look at this clip first.
Burger? Here you go. Happy New Year, brother.
You got water there.
Are you cold? Are you cold?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Okay. You want a sweater?
You have any pants also?
I got a sweater. Here.
Give him a couple.
You want a water? Yes. Here you go, brother. God bless, man. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
Let's make it the best year yet.
Yes, 2025 gonna be the bomb.
Let's do that. Love the mindset, the perspective.
Thank you, sir.
Take care, brother. All the best.
Here's how MMA fans reacted to this. Good for him. Whether he's doing it out of the good of his heart or not, he's helping people. I know deep down my heart that Colby is a good human being. It's just the fight business that makes him come up with those gimmicks. When all is said and done and he retires, people will see him for the beautiful human being that he is. Colby is the man, and he didn't even ask them to do push-ups like some people. Lots of people will clown, but deep down Colby is a good guy outside the fight game. I still think he screwed Jorge's coach out of money, but other people in his camp now says he treats them well. Also, his interactions with fans are pretty wholesome too. Rather spend money helping people than blowing it on gambling streams. Colby is such a wholesome guy, man. Good man. On the other hand, some MMA fans believe that Colby is only doing this to gain attention and nothing more. By the way, what are your take on this? Let us know in the comments. The MMA community is going wild after Tony brought up his old rivalry with Khabib again. Since UFC 249, there's been some beef between them and it flared up again. Recently, Tony took to his X handle and take shot against Khabib. Tony says Khabib talks big because he's not fighting anymore and calls him a coward. After the tweet, here's how MMA fans react. Tony Ferguson in 2025. Tony's CTE just getting worse by the day. Khabib kicked his fake belt off the stage, and since then, this bum never won a fight. LOL. Justin Gaethje is the only responsible for Tony's this condition. Facts. Bruh, Tony acts like Khabib was the only one who pulled out of their scheduled fights. Tony also pulled out of their scheduled fight, and in their last scheduled fight, Khabib didn't pull out for any personal reasons. He wasn't allowed to fly from Russia to the US during the pandemic. What's he trying to achieve here? Shaking my head. What the f? Joe Rogan gives his take on why Alex Pereira isn't fighting Magomed Ankalaev. After Alex Pereira's fight with Khalil, he made it pretty clear that he's not going to fight Ankalaev. Some fans thought maybe he was trolling, but recently Joe Rogan chimed in on why Alex isn't taking that fight. Listen to what he actually revealed.
Pereira has challengers in the light heavyweight division, especially Ankalaev. He's supposed to be fighting Ankalaev. Ankalaev is very dangerous. And I think he's the #1 contender. And he's been on a winning streak for a long-ass time. He's only got one draw, and that was to Jan Blachowicz, who was the former champion. So he's like at the top of the heap, and he's been waiting for a title shot for a long time, but he's been talking a lot of shit, and Alex doesn't like that he talks shit.
Yeah.
So he's like, fuck him, make him wait.
Yeah.
And so I think Alex just said that he's going to fight in March, and that he's not going to fight Ankalaev. Because if he's fighting in March, when is Ramadan?
You're asking the wrong guy.
I thought you'd be
I don't
the
know.
guy.
I'm
I thought
not
you'd be the
Muslim.
guy. I know, but I
Ramadan-
thought you would know.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
it in the, I think it's in the summer. It's in
February
No.
28th.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he wouldn't be able to fight. Ankalaev wouldn't be able to fight in March, because if it's like March 3rd and he's got to go through the entire month of Ramadan preparing for a world title fight.
What is
February 28th, and it ends Saturday, March 29th. See, that's exactly during the time period where he's going to fight.
Joe Rogan's basically saying Alex wants to fight in March, but Ankalaev can't do it because of Ramadan. But like, what do you guys think? Is that really the reason? Let me know in the comments. Dana White reveals biggest regret in UFC history. Generally, Dana White doesn't usually talk about such things, but sometimes things take an unexpected turn. Recently, during an interview, a reporter asked Dana about the biggest regret in UFC history. Here's what Dana had to say in response.
Biggest upset in UFC history was what?
If I had to pick one, I'd probably say Juliana Pena when she, Yeah. Juliana Pena when she beat Amanda Nunes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chael Sonnen reveals how an Alex Pereira and Islam fight would play out. Recently, you might remember that during an interview, manager Ali claimed that Islam could defeat Alex Pereira if they ever fought.
I think Islam will beat Alex Pereira at 205. I do. I swear everything Allah. I think Islam Makhachev will beat Alex Pereira.
Now, Chael Sonnen gives his take on this. Listen to what he actually said.
Islam stated, this was stated by Ali, but I believe it was backed up, that Islam could beat Alex Pereira at 205 pounds. Not a pound for pound debate, not if they were the same size. They will weigh whatever it is he weighs on fight day. That isn't as silly as you might think, but the hardest guy to fight is always a guy smaller than you. Now, Armand with Islam, I don't know if he won a round or if he won 2 rounds. If we're to do MMA math, do you believe that Armand then could win minutes against Alex Pereira? So if you're buying into Islam can beat Pereira, and we're understanding that MMA math works, then you're pretty damn sure that Volkanovski, a 45-pounder, can beat Pereira. Is that what you're saying?
Sonnen also reacted to Khabib's recent remark on Ireland, where he said that Ireland has no fighters.
I heard Khabib's interview.
How many fighters do you know from Ireland? Paul Hughes and Conor?
I then read Darren's rebuke of the comment. The problem is Darren misquoted Khabib. Darren's whole problem was saying, hey, go look at the population of Ireland in comparison to Russia. That's the thing. Khabib never said Russia. In fact, he specifically said Dagestan, the village that Khabib lives in. There's 2,000 people. There was 7 Olympic champions. 7 of them have Olympic gold medals. That is crazy. 2,000? That's how many people I had in my high school. Khabib's point of bragging about Dagestan, her Kappa versus anywhere on earth, you might not like it. It might offend you, but there's no way to say he's wrong.
Sean O'Malley is rooting for Merab to beat Umar in their upcoming fight. Following his title loss to Merab, O'Malley is now aiming for a rematch after some rest. And earlier this week, the UFC sent O'Malley to Japan to build a good relationship with the Japanese kickboxing promotion. And there, O'Malley gave an interview to a Japanese MMA channel where he talked about his plans to return to fighting. During a talk, O'Malley said he hopes Merab Dvalishvili defends his UFC bantamweight title against Umar later this month, so he can have a rematch with Merab later this year. On the other hand, O'Malley also said that if Umar wins, he's ready to fight him instead. Nick Diaz takes another hit after recent girlfriend drama. Seems like Nick Diaz is going through a tough time right now. Recently, a video of his unusual behavior surfaced, and now his official Instagram account claims that his personal account has been hacked, and right now, no one knows exactly what happened. His team has told people not to support the account until further notice. This isn't the first time Nick's had issues with social media, but this time there's no clear reason for what's going on. But what is clear is that Nick has been facing some big personal issues, particularly with his health, based on what people are saying online. He was even scheduled to make his UFC comeback, which also got scrapped, and for now, that's all we got. We'll see what goes down next. And that's all for today's update. Hit that subscribe button and make sure to press notification bell so you get what's going on here in MMA world. And most importantly, please take care of your health.